Good morning, everybody. I'm David, and welcome to the Degelman Family Farm. We're a small hobby farm in east central Minnesota. It's been in our family since 1934. We host weddings, events, concerts, all sorts of things we do here on the farm. This is currently our off season. It's late fall, so we've got no events going on right now, but this is the time of year we work on some of the projects, fix things up, try to make things better to make the farm better for everyone. So ride along with us while we do some of these projects. There's a like and subscribe button, I guess, down here somewhere, and some sort of bell that you're supposed to ring. And do those things and follow with us. Well, one of today's projects I want to work on is this, oh boy, what year is this? 1904, late 40s, maybe early 50s? I'm not even sure. Maybe you guys know. Let me know. It's a Studebaker work truck, utility truck. We got it from a neighbor. It had got left behind in some rental property they owned. It got left in the shed. It looks like it used to be an electrical contractor's truck at one time. Actually, I found some paperwork in the glove box when we got it from the neighbor. But it's an old Studebaker truck. It kind of sits here in the landscaping. They take pictures and stuff by it. You know, it sits right here. Well, you can see the ramp with Ricky checking us out. And then this goes up to the barn loft, a handicapped accessible ramp. And we've had this truck sitting here even before we had the ramp here. It sat in the same spot in amongst this landscaping. And we had lights rigged up on it. I had, you see the last time it was licensed was 1972. So I had a battery charger rigged up to a 6-volt battery. These headlights are 6-volt. Not the ideal setup. It was kind of a hodgepodge. I had a 110-volt bulb in the cab, so the cab lit up. But here's what my plan is, and I've talked about doing this for quite a while, is I can get a 12-volt power supply, so a 12-volt transformer, from 110-volt to 12-volt transformer. Then from there I can rig up a couple of switches, one or two, so I can have the headlights. I want to convert them. I want to convert the headlights over to LEDs, so they draw low voltage 12-volt LEDs in the headlights, and then I'll probably put some kind of 12-volt bulb in the cab so the cab is lit up. So it looks kind of cool when it's sitting here in the landscaping after dark for the guests. But first this morning we're gonna rip some of the old electrical stuff I had in there out. I'm gonna take these headlights apart. I think I can open that back of that headlight bulb up where that lamp is in these sealed beam headlights. I think I can get that open. And then I'm gonna rig up a 1157 style automotive 12-volt LED light inside of there. So we'll see if that works. I can maybe get this patched up back on here, have that light up. We can do that all with low voltage LED. It's pretty easy to do now with a power supply. I won't need a battery. I don't think I'll need a battery, and that'll be kind of cool. So hang on, we're gonna work on some of that today. I don't have the parts to do the new work for it yet. I want to get the old stuff out of there, see if my ideas work. I kind of found what I needed to find online, but we got to rip the old stuff out first. So we're going to do that first this morning. So there's my kind of hodgepodge mess of how I made this work. It probably wasn't very safe. It sure wasn't efficient. The battery's bad. That 6-volt battery's bad anyway. So we'll take that out of there first. I ran it off a old battery charger I had, so yeah, it was kind of a hodgepodge deal. But let's take that apart and we'll go from there. And I'm not even sure if those battery chargers work. I'll have to test them out before I use them for something else. But yeah, look how bad that battery is. And I made this bus bar thing, this low voltage bus bar thing, just out of wood and some scraps of metal. And the way I do things, don't use that as the way it ought to be done. I kind of tend to hodgepodge things together and try to make it work with what I got, but this time we're going to take it apart and do it right. Forgot these were even in here. There's an old sign in here we used to do, oh, quite a few years ago now, 20 years ago almost. We used to do pumpkin picking, hay rides, we had a corn maze, all that kind of stuff, and I stored the signs in here for some reason. I think the cats spend a lot of, the cats like to hang out in here too. So the cats sleep on the seat of this truck. It gets kind of warm, the sun beats through the windshield, and the cats kind of crawl up through some holes in the floor, and I guess they think it's fun to hang out in here. And these wires here, remember this was always only 12 volt electricity in here, so don't fret about the wires any. The only thing was that one cord that ran to a 110 volt light bulb in the cab. But we're going to change it all over to 12 volt. Let's see if we can take one of these lights apart and open that up, and that's going to work to open that, cut out the back of that light somehow, or take that apart, and we can fit a socket and a 12 volt LED in there. I didn't want to order the bulbs and power supply till I thought I could make this work or not. Take this bezel off the bulb, and then that bulb should come out. I believe when I put these in, like I say, it's probably been close to 15 years ago. I believe when I put these in, I ran new wires, not through the normal wiring harness, but just some wires that went to that little power supply area I had there. So here's what I got. You know, it's a sealed beam style headlight, but I can't see right now. It's 6 volt, and that's why we ran it off that 6 volt battery with a battery charger. Why I bought 6 volt, I don't know. I should have just bought the 12 volt and been done with it, but that's what I did. So anyway, I'm going to try to take, if I can break this or take this, it's kind of a rubbery kind of material here. If I can take that off and pull that lamp out of the inside of this sealed beam light, I think I can put that socket in here somehow. I may have to use some putty and epoxy to get that in and hold it right, but I can't see why that won't work. But let me get some pliers and we'll see if we can get that off. Well, maybe my plan won't work here. Let me peel this open. Get that screwdriver. Like I say, I've never opened one of these up, so I don't know exactly how they're put together. But somehow they get that bulb inside this sealed piece. Get a knife, maybe we can cut that. And there we go. That came out. So maybe, what kind of bulb is this? Guess I don't know much about my 12-volt bulbs here. Yeah, I think I'll just replace the socket and all. Well, it looks like this plan is going to work. I'm going to order up, I may have to put some putty, or I should say caulking. Maybe I'll get some kind of latex caulking that'll fit in here. That socket looks like it's a little smaller than this, so I may have to redo that somehow. But it looks like my plan's going to work. I'll order those parts online. We'll come back to this project later on. We'll show you finishing it up in a different episode after I get those parts, but I'll get those ordered and then we can get on with this project. Yeah, this is going to work out good. Thanks for watching.